In this edition of Word Battle, we're going to be looking at the differences between the words through and by. Many people use the word through and by interchangeably. However, they are not interchangeable. So that begs the question, how exactly are they different? Well, through is used to describe a movement through space and time. Now, what's novel about space and time is that they're all framed as nouns. So the preposition through should be linked to a noun specifically. When linking a noun to a verb in an analogous situation, we're typically going to use the word by. Examples. You might say that you got from Windsor to Detroit, but let's examine how. I got to Detroit blank the tunnel. Now, in this context, what we're linking our subject to is the tunnel. And in this case, tunnel is a noun. Because noun is attached with through, it'll be I got to Detroit through the tunnel. Inversely, we might say that I got to Detroit blank driving there. In this case, driving is a verb, and because we know the rule requires that we link the verb with the preposition by, it'll be I got to Detroit by driving there. I realize both of these are relatively simple and intuitive examples of that likely wouldn't be confused, but I use these as a means through which to show you how to apply the rule in instances where it can be a little bit more confusing. We may also say, I earned my degree blank hard work. Now, in this context, the word work is serving as a noun, and because it's a noun, we'll use through. I earned my degree through hard work. Let us change that up a little bit. I earned my degree blank studying. Studying in this context is functioning as a verb, and therefore we'll use by. I earned my degree by studying. We might add studying diligently. The reason this might come across as a little slippery sometimes is because the word by can sometimes be used in the same place where through would be used to link something to a noun. But these are typically in instances where we're using informal or casual language. So by can be attached to a noun and can be attached to a verb. Now let's take a look at examples where we have both the noun and the verb. I got to Detroit by bus. Bus in this context is functioning as a noun, and we are using by to link Detroit to the bus, or to link how the subject got to Detroit. In addition, we might say, I'll contact you by phone. And by phone, again, phone is being used as a noun in this context, attaching the subject I to the phone with the preposition by. However, in these contexts, they are usually something that's a little more informal and not something that arises in academic contexts, where we more commonly will see, I'll achieve my goals by working hard, working again being a verb. Now, let us do a quick summary. So whenever we're using through and by, keep these things in mind. If we have through, it's definitely going to be attached to a noun. If instead of a noun, we have a verb in an analogous situation, we're definitely going to be linking that to the subject with the preposition by. Now, there are occasional instances where the word by can be used to link to a noun as well, but those are usually casual and more informal contexts that don't arise in academic writing terribly often. But the really brief Coles notes is whenever you have through, it's being attached to a noun. If it's not, you're in trouble. And whenever you have a verb that you need to attach to the subject, you're going to be using the preposition by in instances where you need a preposition to link it. Hopefully that provides clarity to you. Should you have any questions, don't hesitate to drop them in the comments section below, and we'll be sure to get to them as soon as possible. Until next time, take care of yourselves and each other.